Hey guys, I'm back. I noticed I got a lot of positive feedback on my Baki theory, and shout out to Mysterious Weeb for the reaction. Let me know if I should take my channel more in that direction, covering Baki, because for now I'm just going to be covering different franchises that I like. So with that, today I'm going to be talking about Fatal Fury, more specifically the three animated movies that came out in the 90s. I was really motivated to look into this franchise by Terry Bogard's appearance in Street Fighter 6. I love the OVAs because they come from the same era as the Street Fighter 2 animated movie. There's plenty of great Sakuga for the time, and some pretty sincere dubbing, even if by today's standards it kind of sucks.
Thank you, Master. I'll never forget!
Fatal Fury differentiated itself from other fighting games at the time by offering a much more story-driven experience than its competitors. Whereas the Street Fighter 2 animated movie was more story and character-driven than the game it was adapting, for the most part, the Fatal Fury films didn't have to write their own plots from scratch. All of the OVAs offer a great mix of plot and action, even the third one, which was completely different from Fatal Fury 3. Before I go into the OVAs some more, I want to shout out the Street Fighter 2 movie one more time, because I think it's one of the best pieces of media the franchise has put out, alongside Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, which is a fan-made YouTube series that got endorsed by Capcom and re-released as a feature-length film. It's still available on YouTube and remains under a lot of people's radars, so definitely check that out too. Back to Fatal Fury. They've all aged terribly, but in the same way that 80s and 90s action movies have. They're campy fun and have a lovable amount of cheese. Don't take any of them too seriously, and you'll have a great time watching all three. It's sort of like Yu Yu Hakusho. You can tell it's old, but it has shockingly dynamic and smooth movement, especially for the time.
Take this! Power away!
Child's play.
Burn knuckle!
They really help accomplish Fatal Fury's original goal, which was to create a series of games that felt like you were watching a movie. I think a lot of people should go watch older OVAs and anime in general, because they're really quite accessible nowadays. There's a lot of relatively older material, both official and fan-made, that give fighting series a lot more depth. You can feel the soul put into a lot of the stuff. I also think watching these movies is a good way to bring attention to Fatal Fury without needing to go all the way back and play the original Neo Geo games. City of the Wolves is on its way, and having a good primer on the lore could interest more people in the franchise. Right now, I'm pretty sure Street Fighter has remained dominant in the fighting game scene, and Mortal Kombat has been a mess since MK9. Tekken 8 is alright, but spoiler alert, they revived Heihachi. So it really felt like the original story ended with Kazuya and Jin having a final battle, but now with him back, it seems like that's going nowhere too. Fatal Fury keeps up with its own lore, which is why I think it needs more love from the fighting game community in the modern age. Terry is a really cool everyman protagonist, someone from a franchise with a very low-stakes story. It makes a huge difference when you compare him to characters in stories with universal or multiversal stakes. His motivation is easy to understand. Geese Howard, an evil businessman, kills his rival, Jeff Bogard. Jeff's son, Terry, swears revenge and enters the King of Fighters tournament to defeat him. Terry's brother Andy and a kickboxer named Joe Higashi enter to defeat Geese too. As you can see, there are no devil genes or interdimensional tournaments happening here. Easy to get into, and the characters are what really drive the audience investment. Unlike Liu Kang, Jin Kazama, or Kazuya Mishima, Terry's just a guy who loves good fights and good food. So, if you're into classic martial arts movies, fighting games, and anime, this is a great fusion of those aspects. Definitely check out all the stuff I've listed. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Come back to this video and tell me what you think. See you all next time.
You're exactly alike, you and I.
No, we're not!
What makes you so certain?